What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Igloo. I hope everyone's having a great day. Big Dog King, how are you guys doing? Let me just get the countdown started up on the screen. Obviously, we're watching over on Twitch. I literally sprinted back from my mom's house after I got done mowing the lawn to get over here, so I wanted to make sure I was here for that. Let's get rid of that for now. So obviously we're watching Call of Duty next. Got to be seeing the release here in a minute. I'm super excited for this. I've been seeing positive stuff on Twitter. I'm really just excited to watch it with chat, see what we think about it, see how we feel going into Modern Warfare 3 because gonna be a lot of content coming up here soon. Multiplayer is gonna drop. Gonna be a lot of camo grinding, and then I'm sure that new Warzone map's gonna be dropping probably December 6th-ish. I'm going to be curious to see what they do with the movement when this game comes out for Warzone currently. That's something I'm concerned with. I'm going to be curious to see what they do. But I'm excited. Let's unmute this. Let's get into it. I'm going to be sitting here typing on my other keyboard, just getting all the socials out that I am live. So just bear with me, but I'm excited. It's loud as shit. Is that a decent volume for you guys, by the way? Here we go.
Ready up. You know who we are? Call me so. This is Ghost. Woods. Mason. Farah. Russell Adler. Captain Price. Going dark. Everybody ready?
Kind of fire start off. That's how it feels, man.
Good start, Dad. Hell yeah. You got it.
It's gonna be me when I meet Drew and Nate when I go out to Arizona to visit those boys.
Well, it's not over yet. Trust me. Go, go, go.
The ghost meme.
Give us the fire. We'll give them hell. Oh my God, that was sick.
20 years, holy shit, dude.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty.
Also, shout out to the dude for becoming a member of the White Walkers off stream. I appreciate you, man.
Experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we are grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more.
Here we
In
go.
Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
This trailer, when they dropped this with until I collapsed from Modern Warfare 2, was fire, by the way. Is that dual G18s? Shout out John Smith. Some of these operators look crazy, by the way. Morgan, I think this has brought you back officially. I stood. Did you see the clip of them quick scoping, by the way? Roof comes off. Look at the slide cancel. Whoop! The yellow XP2 on the screen. I don't know if I'll ever play Warzone again. I don't know if I'll ever put on this headset again. Whitney, Nate, hit me. I will say, so obviously I'd show it. Is that the G36? I loved that gun back in the day. I mean, no other company knows how to do fucking trailers better than Call of Duty. Like, if I was somebody who wasn't going to get this game and wasn't making content, and I was coming back into the game and I saw that fucking trailer, I'm back.
For Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. There are over
What's up?
150 creators behind us ready to dive into these games, and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
It's a little bit younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. It is an electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying, next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at COD Next, because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Modern Warfare 3 just for watching this stream on the official Call of Duty or Twitch YouTube channels. Take a look and chat on either of these streams for more details, for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to, but we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? And this is one I'm very excited about.
Yes,
personally.
we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now,
Right
the
in.
multiplayer team from Sledgehammer Games, Adam Iskov, Senior Development Director, Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director, and Kim Wigan, Development Director. Guys, welcome. I am so stoked to talk about your game.
Same.
Where
Great to be
do
here.
we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a we have a direction that we're going to go in, thankfully. But guys, this has to feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in real time.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody playing beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg, can you give us a top line of what the community can really expect in the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as
Audio,
gameplay
sure,
coming to
sure,
battle
audio,
mode. And it's
sure.
just fantastic to have them. We also have a ton of new mechanics coming into the game around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat. And we have the largest
Look at
set
Lupo.
of weapons ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be taking your inventories with you.
That's huge.
Be reminding people throughout the day. But with that largest weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to like load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it. And I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for all of us like myself that just, you know, like me some good old-fashioned boots-on-ground COD. You know?
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and like every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just, you know, grind away.
Yeah, and each year, you know, with the franchise, we intend to take a step forward. Modern Warfare 3 is definitely that. It's the next chapter. We're progressing things. And one of the things you mentioned that I think we'll be talking a lot about today is this player freedom in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and, you know, breathe it every day. So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see, you know, continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past, and it brings me great joy to say, let the games begin, and let's check out Modern Warfare 3 for the first time on stream. This is so exciting. And look, there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking
Dude, the yellow.
and pointing out things that we see, things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this. And you know that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some Kill Confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with talking about maps. There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer Core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're going to see?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little bit of Skid Row, and that is, you know, a great map.
Iconic.
We have Rust here, and again, Rust is, there's so much happening in these maps, and you know, Adam.
It's the stream, it's not me. I just want that on the record.
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 Core 6v6s that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise, all of which are stone cold classics that, you know, we've modernized to, you know, accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta. And then, you know, give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, you know, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return again, because, like, you know, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago, and Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, you know, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design and layout of the original maps. So if you remember some sweet spots, some lines of sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and weapon feel.
High Rise.
We feel like it's a really happy medium and a great balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim.
Agreed.
I would like to talk to you about this. Fellow High Rise stands, where are you at? I know you're back here.
I see players are already figuring out some of the Easter eggs of, you know, the original maps of how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was only one way to try and take over bomb site in S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on High Rise. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
So good.
It was so important to us to keep all of those.
You can still get on the roof for High Rise, Morgan. They confirmed that.
And being able to have those in the game, but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, like all of this stuff that we're watching in High Rise. You can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, like, you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, you know, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely, like, turned upside down on its head?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like, and to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them to what
Drop shots goes crazy, by the way.
Game design changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when
I haven't really seen a bunny hop yet.
We've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few.
Maybe there has been one, I just haven't noticed.
To make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in High Rise, just off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs.
Sub base.
So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Corey, Skid Row, you know, sub base, rundown. Yeah, like it's all there and on and on.
Oh, we got the scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those.
Terminal.
And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the traditional, like, 32v32 vehicle gameplay. So that's going to be an awesome alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it up.
Like, you want to go bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so, for people like me who like, you know, big, crazy, like, huge battles, like, this is so exciting. Yeah.
What's your thoughts in, like, chat on, like, the movement and everything right now, guys? What do you guys think?
Is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II, and that is War Mode.
That's right.
Wow.
Favela looks sick, dude. Look how bright it looks.
A special place in my heart too, from 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day 1 as well. It's got the attacker-defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our.
What does it look similar to, T?
Awesome. So we
can't judge till you play yourself. I get that.
We've got 4, 6,
I was gonna say I'm not gonna pre-order it on PlayStation, so I'll be doing the beta next weekend.
We're gonna get to later in the show.
It looks smoother movement, T, to be honest. Like the drop shot, it doesn't look like there's that delay there for these guys.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players.
Dude, that's a quick aim down sight for the sniper.
You know, because you can even
wow.
See something I always enjoyed about a lot of these, like, big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to, like, make this into their own vision of a map?
Not a lot of visual recoil on guns, guys.
You guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
we love these maps. Like, we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own, and we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand, like, what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is.
I live here.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist. Kill Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially, like, elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience.
It looks like you have equipment too, like boots and stuff.
You know, Modern Warfare 2.
Tac sprint.
Derail and
interesting.
Underpass. And those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those, you know, CDL players out there.
CDL folks, yes.
And that's going to be amazing to watch the competitive community go to town on these maps and really, you know, play them and understand what's happening.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirmed action here. We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on High Rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great.
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
these
dropping all of these 16 day one. You know,
We're looking at High Rise in 20.
Is my guy wearing a shooting sleeve while playing?
Cool. I'm just gonna take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience.
I wanted to say that, King. And the reason I noticed it was the reticles, how it looks.
Hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps returning in an all new way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay in just a second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule. For players who pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today.
So guys, October 12th, we'll be doing the beta.
So anyway,
so a week from today, that'll be the stream.
Pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
That's right. It's going to be quite exciting to see, you know, everyone across like all the different platforms just like going live, playing COD, like, and then again loading up and then seeing like Scrapyard or High Rise. Still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But you know, there are a lot of like maps that returning fans like myself definitely will enjoy. But you know, I love some new. You know, is there anything that we should?
It's funny because like half these creators they showed, I don't even know who they are.
Oh, definitely. I am
not being negative, I just don't know them. I haven't seen any of their content.
Starting season 1, we have
I think it's their contract max. I think it's going to run out soon.
Season 2, dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome. So launching with 16, 12 down the road. That is a big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different sizes of maps, different locales.
This guy's just slow.
You know, you might see one or two.
He's got a riot shield shotgun.
As well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6 competitive maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6 core maps.
Stay tuned.
Right off the bat.
And guess what? With all of those maps, it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting.
James Gip. What's going on, dude? How are you doing?
I mean, the community.
Mark, get ready. Hit the dude using a riot shield. Use a shotgun with a loser. I do like the MW2 XP pop-ups for sure.
I think we have a good feeling.
Also, James Gip. I went over the other day and checked out some of your content. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like Estate.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, King. The more I look at it, it literally just looks like modern on Vanguard on like modern guns, like the way like it shoots and stuff, which is interesting.
It'll be interesting to see what ones are popping up.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to jump into a private match lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are on you know, these like on Derailed or something like that. Because Skid Row, like I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about this. It's like these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that could actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the
definitely better than what we had.
You know, we didn't have back.
But like some of these guys aren't like crazy like demons that we've watched so far. Nobody's like slide canceling like crazy. Dude, you're definitely gotta get Master Camo before me.
He is in his loadout editor. We can get
got boots.
Here he's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're gonna see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks and we've brought some new ones into the fray. Now they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything.
Please let me wear the boots.
For players, so it's not just.
Also, guys, if you guys are off work, I'll hop in the Discord if you guys want to shoot the shit.
Because you're bringing in boots, or you're getting this weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to add that sort of context for players to understand what they're bringing in for perks.
Yeah, it's different, it's logical, but you're also going to see some of the same perks that we know and love. So Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them, but presenting.
I didn't mean to do that, guys. I'll pull it back up in a sec. You have a meeting in 30, L. Well, I mean, I know Morgan's off today. Is today? Yeah, Morgan's off today. So if Morgan wants to come in, Morgan can come in. We're gonna right back, guys. My bad.
Allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee
Oh,
pads.
right there. Okay.
Greg, I've been using.
Got the drive to win?
All right.
Then let's put your skills to the test. Speed is of the essence. Play now at redbull.com.
L.
Tryouts.
Give over the bird with 24/7 lasting freshness of Old Spice Eagle Fangs deodorant.
Have used it, heard nothing.
So gloves, boots, gear.
It was only footsteps.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
Keep making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was made.
Like, see, Lupo's looks faster than that other dude.
Also, again, keeping it very familiar, but also
I mean, a
keeping
little,
it very fresh.
he's
Something that really,
snippy,
stuck out to
man.
me,
Snappy.
Tim, is, that you guys bringing back that classic radar, right? You got.
It is an opportunity to partner with shoe companies.
With red dots on there.
Yeah.
It's true, Max.
I'm glad that came back in.
What up, big dog?
Too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as.
Is it Morgan? Was I right?
And we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening.
If you're talking, Morgan, you're muted.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
You mentioned earlier about just knowing
What's up, dude?
and being very familiar and
Not much.
like you can see the red dots on them.
It looks interesting.
Already potentially coming
Yeah.
in.
The maps look good.
I know where we're gonna go. You can strategize more with your
That's the
teammates.
M10E
So, you know, we really just felt like
semi-automatic
bringing back the
shotgun.
classic
Yeah.
was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic.
But he's
gameplay,
Lupo's just sprinting with this thing.
I think to your point, on these maps, it makes perfect sense.
Is
especially
Doc
with
there?
familiarity. And even for new players, you're gonna
I
figure
doubt
these
it.
maps
No,
out
I know, it's a
quickly,
joke. I know he's
but
not there.
It feels.
Speaking of Doc, his snapshot drops the weekend after the beta. Got a lot of content coming up, man.
I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that.
Nice.
And that's not the only
Oh,
piece of
Rust
classic
looks so
gameplay
good.
that you'll see.
Yeah.
returning.
And you're coming up soon, dude. That's crazy.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
More. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty gritty. Slide animation cancel, reload animation
Yes.
cancel. They're both back.
Yeah. So we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel. You know, and in both of those things, really the core was
King, I haven't seen one slide cancel either. They, nope, that's just slide.
like they had a lot of options, so we know that when you commit to doing
Well, it
slide,
shows
you're stuck
Z-laner
on
and
a pretty linear trajectory.
we'll see
We
some
know that
sky
when you're doing
canceling.
reloads,
Right.
those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that because we know things change moment to moment so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're gonna see it a lot here today.
This dude right now is getting smoked.
Kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill.
That's what I'm looking for, King.
Always a hot topic.
Like
because our
a
players
POV
are
bunny hop, you know what I mean? I've seen people do bunny hops, but just like
pieces when we talk
I feel like the up-down movement's more fluid too, which is good.
of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3.
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
Yes, you
details.
can.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health,
I just
we
wanna
have
see the
150
list of
health
the
across all
guns.
of our players.
So that's
I know.
parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone. What's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3
Yep.
Season 1 as well. And what we've also done with that time to kill, so what you're going to notice is it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past because our modifiers. So we have modifiers on your.
No recoil on any of the guns.
It does more damage when you do a limb.
Yeah,
shot,
no, it looks
it does less
super
damage. So we've kind of
not
normalized those and closed the gap between them.
anything.
And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this.
Yes, Max.
consistent. So
Or no, there's an open beta, but if you want the early access, you got to pre-order.
you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay.
So if you want to play the beta with me next Thursday, pre-order. We can play together.
That pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now, like the sound effect. If you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers.
We have
Also.
You do need to make a call. I've been telling you to make a call for a while, dude.
as well, so you're also noticed that headshot hit marker.
Imagine how sick that would be if Max was like, oh, hey, I gifted the channel a copy of Call of Duty. Here's a code. Iceman, give it out.
You start to see your screen light up red. You can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement.
Or if you want to get a PlayStation code for me so I can play this weekend, that'd be lit too.
Identifiers and with the audio cues,
Either one.
Kind of taking that step forward a little bit. You certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade. Definitely.
Yeah.
You have more survivability. You have more options.
Nice little slide cancel.
Yes, it certainly.
To get out of combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about.
Does any company do a better job with a trailer, Morgan, than Call of Duty?
Fantastic addition to our
No.
movement set as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay.
I'm going to text you to remind you, Max.
It is a mix. It's right in between your aim down the sight, so you're.
Okay,
very,
please
like,
don't forget to hit up
low
Activision.
accuracy in your hip fire. So hip fire is going to be that big spread that you have. And so what it allows you to do is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tac
We
stance.
just saw the UI pop up
Oh, sweet,
on
there
the
it is.
screen.
There's tac stance right there.
It's gonna appear as down on the D-pad for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
Looks
sleuths out
mid.
there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub where
Yeah.
you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using an SMG.
And so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range, when we talked earlier about Derail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tac stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
The sniper
We just
aiming
saw
was
it here.
super
We're
fast.
seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. Having used it myself, I can see.
This is literally the Vanguard,
and I think we're gonna
like,
see some awesome
sight.
outplay opportunities. Like,
Just blue.
Players are going to go nuts with that feature.
Yeah. It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is usually what I've used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not, if you're not into it, don't use it. You know,
Dude,
it's
Mercenaries, that game, Max, I love that game.
It's how they engage movement and all of these new fun.
I never beat Mercenaries 1. I got to the essentially Kim Jong-un, and I could never like capture him. It was so hard.
Like I am, I get in there,
That's
I
me.
panic a little bit. There's options.
I have a PS2, and I think I have Mercenaries.
Which, if you're not a keyboard and mouse player, and you can go in and it is much more like it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you studying gameplay intently. We're on Rust here.
I love
what are we seeing?
I love me some Rust. And just talking about the options.
Army of Two was good too. I never played it, but I watched my cousin play it.
With an AR, there's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, on a map like this, that's
a lot of variety.
Yeah, that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shotty and just running around the map and.
That a Diamatti back, Morgan, pistol?
He's going ham with it.
Maybe.
What are you running, 2K right now?
Probably gonna see a lot of that on Rust today.
You in the record, just doing my career.
Well, this
Not
is
in my career.
Nice.
really fun to check
Which
out.
build?
We
Trying
have
to
plenty more to
on my
watch
point
without a
guard.
doubt here, but we're gonna take a
Pursued
quick
my
break
third
from the
title.
gameplay for a brief second.
You switched teams, right?
Mention an awesome
Yeah.
Where'd you end up?
The Lakers
between
to their
Call of
former
Duty
glory.
and the hundreds. Now,
Braun gone?
look here, we should be seeing in
Yeah.
a moment at a limited edition Call of
Yeah,
Duty
he retired
Hundreds
after the
clothing
first year.
line, and
Nice.
you have a chance to win
Like,
one
good, I
of
can go
these
back.
50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow at Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post hashtag CODNext and hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the
In your
hashtags for a
mouth,
chance to
Marcus
win a
Smart.
set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone,
Dude, look how quick the snipers aim down sight.
right?
It's crazy.
We now know, like,
This guy, who is this guy?
making its way
Who
over
the fuck is this guy?
really, really cool, and
Oh,
it
that gun's
creates
back?
that, like, value
Okay.
for that player. Like, hey, my time here was worth
Can we even, dude, that's such a quick aim down sight time.
Like, this is, we call this
Jack,
we talked a little bit about
me and you will prove who is a better sniper. 1v1 on Rust. It'll be Morgan.
all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlock is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3. So you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6
Day
Battle
one.
Pass is coming with us.
It's there. It's there at day one, and it's fantastic to have. Even all of those blueprints and everything coming in with your weapon level as well is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
If you completed your Mastery camos, you got your Orion. That's coming.
Me and
with
Big
us.
Dog.
The grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those, you know, in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges coming to Modern Warfare.
We'll have 3 weeks to do that, guys.
A little bit, but exciting
That
to
looks
hear
like the
that
mini
the
Uzi.
camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it. More to come soon.
Oh yeah, more to come.
What was it
More to
called? The
come
Rashida?
soon. So
The-
ominous.
News at 6.
I don't know what it was
Speaking of
called.
Weapons, though, look,
It was like
I
the
love
Rakita or
the fact
some
we're
shit
gonna
like
get
that.
carried forward. I like the fact that
Rakita.
there's plenty as we're seeing here. What other new weapons might we be treated to? I guess moving forward here.
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level, get new attachments for.
That's not that much.
Global
30?
attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons.
Ooh.
Then we have
Okay.
20 plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been
How was that challenge? Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you.
Snaking still a
an
thing.
Amazing experience.
I feel like it was
come in day
important
one.
to you guys to have
It
that.
is. It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there. But being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're going to
get the balance pass. For Modern
they're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies. Check out what their headshot multipliers are. Check out what their limit
Wow.
range is. All of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of that carry forward.
Yeah, fantastic.
I don't hate the tuning. I know people don't like it, but I don't hate it.
I'm just happy that what I had already used is gonna come with me.
Dude, this is. There's your B-hop right there, King. Look,
That was what
B-hop look decent.
not
It's just. It's similar movement, as TJ said. Very similar to Vanguard, but with Modern Warfare 2. But like smoother.
On our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah, that's kind of that's dripping.
What you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the
Blood.
Crimson Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on 4 different weapons if you get the Vault Edition, plus all of their attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that visual change on your weapon. And as you can see, also the operators have their own versions of this. These are the
cool.
Nemesis skins.
Pretty fire.
There's a blue version
I won't
and a
lie.
red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators.
Makarov.
Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny-looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action in that skin.
All right, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, Morgan. Keep the folks in chat entertained.
These are performance driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You
on
want
the streak.
you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off, having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just, the through line with Modern Warfare 3, this is player choice, is player freedom. It's on, this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have their own play style reflected in those guns, using the amps. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're going to continue to take, just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on Estate. I've done that many times. So, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that, players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design choice on that, rather than just going with pictures on a screen? You guys went for something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. It's not just a UI menu with choices, that were sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit, we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your FLC was what we talked about, internally is this thing where every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items inspired by military.
All right, I'm back.
We were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and I think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see, we're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone.
Give me the schedule of events.
And all of a sudden, oh hey, that's us. Oh hey guys. GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen. That, and behind there are all the players.
Is this the UMP 45, Morgan?
Which is so cool. I didn't even know that was a thing that you can do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously
No.
to be
Well,
shocked by new
kinda.
tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys go
kinda.
big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it here.
Are you ready for that to come back, Morgan?
Wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room
Static.
of like, all right, Q next.
Morgan just being like, hey,
Go next.
I'm just gonna go get a nuke on this map real quick,
Every day
man.
I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing. And it is just fun to watch them play as well, because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier, we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So, like, being able to mantle, being
I
able to-
was 60
we
points
have,
shy of breaking Wilt's
sprint
record.
When you're tax
Fuck.
sprinting, we actually increased the mantle speeds up
For the season?
fluid as you're going
Yeah.
across. And we're
I had a 90-point game with my guy recently.
as well.
I also saw a couple people.
Because if
pop
you're-
up
I've already
Battle
got that
Rage.
one.
Battle Rage
If
is
you're
awesome.
a forward, one of your position rivals is Brandon Miller for whatever
Very
reason,
powerful. So if you take,
like rookie.
um,
So I just absolutely smoked the Hornets.
very investment, a lot of people take two tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually,
I
yeah, let's talk about
God, I
that.
almost made
That's some of the
800
best.
threes.
Yeah, so the vest is
What'd you say?
a really big piece of
I
that.
almost made
Like, it
800
is our
threes.
main
That's gross.
piece of gear.
How many points do you have for your career already?
How we contextualized
I am
everything.
at
That vest is
10,192.
contextualizing
In 3 seasons?
to the game.
Yeah.
So it's
Jeez.
what,
And
your
3,400
tacticals,
assists.
what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many, well, you get one.
I am
you
almost
get
top
one
10 in
white
three-pointers
glove.
made
So
my
you can't
career
take
too.
multiple.
By the way.
Yikes.
But how many gear slots
2,100.
you can actually
That's
have. So
gross.
with the engineering vest that I just mentioned, you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take
At the cost of your lethal.
at the cost of your lethal, and you also gain another gear slot.
Awesome.
And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome. And
Getting rid of a
your
lethal?
four
That's interesting.
is From at the moment, I
Correct.
believe.
Ooh, do I make it?
Yep.
I'm gonna be in the top 10 after this.
Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vests, engineer vests. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact,
Ooh, I'll
right
be
here
close
at
to
the moment,
Shaq.
Just got a peek at the loadout.
Nice.
That is
So
going to
seems
allow
good.
your tac sprint to regen faster. It is the core. Like if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are. That is your core loadout. So you have your your normal 3 perks, and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Yep.
And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks baked into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tac sprint
I dropped
refresh
70
even
in game
faster.
1.
Yikes.
And also a little bit of an extended time there. And one of the things that
60
we've
in
done
game 2.
across the board
Is that
we've
Austin
improved
Eckler?
that tac sprint, and we've also allowed you to have much more faster ADS.
And the
straight
Jazz
speeds
are out of
as
the
well in
playoffs.
there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combine with other things or like really have everything kind of synergize
Oh,
together
look,
and
Zion,
you
I
create
have to
like the
play.
optimal build here.
Drop
It's quite
60.
customizable.
And
60,
it's really
13,
helped out a
16.
lot
What
with
the
how
fuck?
we balance the
Gross.
game in that sense. Because now what we've done is we've
64.
let you take more than we normally do. but we've
69 and
also balanced
16
it
and
out with what you
11.
can't take in that same
There are
moment.
trade-offs.
Yeah.
Very clear
And
trade-offs.
swept out of
I
the
think,
playoffs.
what you're talking
52,
about, selecting
15,
the best,
6,
selecting
and
the boots.
9.
There's
Oh my
it's
fucking
gonna come at a
God.
cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions. You have to make those decisions
Aw,
before you go
Luka.
in, and really, have consequences. If you,
75, 20, and 5. We dropped
So
182
I can't
points in
change
game
those
2.
impacts.
Holy crap.
You can't change them.
I can't change that was a
The
trash.
consequences. The consequences are,
Go
we
hide
want you to
somewhere.
be in
Yeah, I was
control
like,
of
what?
it.
You
Yeah.
48, 14, and 14 in the
I
closeout
always
game
do
where we won by
They've been
1.
haunting me for years now.
I got the Magic in the finals.
Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody
That's
get one yet. I've
disgusting.
seen a couple streaks.
I averaged
pop
in the
off, but I'm
conference finals
wondering about
63,
kill
9.5
streaks.
rebounds,
If we have any
15.5
personal
assists, and
favorites
4.2
at the
steals.
desk.
That's
For
gross.
sure. I mean, the
Shooting
equipment selection we have
84%
in
from
Modern
three.
Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think my personal favorite. We'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually
That's
a lethal.
fucking
It's in your lethal
crazy.
slot. So it's
That's ridiculous.
Basically a handheld drone that you pull out.
Game
and
1,
it's just
66, 19,
slow
10.
flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
62, 6, and 18.
Yeah.
Equip the breacher.
We're going full, full, full.
It'll explode.
Don't
on
even play
impact.
game 4.
The
Is it
counter to
worth
that
it?
one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can
Up
shoot
to you.
it if you see it, the sky coming at you.
Nah, I'm gonna just sim it.
So in addition to that,
I
we have
have
a
to play
mosquito
it.
drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles
Lame.
an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito.
Oh, I can put on my third
played me in
championship
matches
ring.
when I've
Let's
play tested, and so
Yeah.
I
I'm
win this game.
Yeah.
tricky.
Headphones on,
Tricky,
turn 'em up.
yeah.
Because that's how you know
hear
it's
that
coming.
thing coming,
Right,
yeah.
right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down
What up, Carl?
ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that it was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS
There's
out,
no
and the
visual
mosquito
recoil on
drone,
any of
I
these
didn't do
guns.
anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing this.
Like I have
Work for me.
Yeah, that's
crafted
crazy.
a master plan
Yeah.
to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And
We
then
had-
you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
not that good yet, but
Oh, okay, all right.
He drops 100 on shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
no, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of
I get it.
stuff coming.
The work
in
stinks.
terms of Lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically,
Yeah.
this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to.
This is them revealing the new Call of Duty, Carl.
Later, but it is that aerial denial, not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade, kinda, and we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. Like everybody won't show up on the name map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the
where
active
it is.
area. Yeah,
exactly.
so you'll get.
The dude just got absolutely pissed on.
The vicinity of the
Right,
comm
the perimeter.
scrambler, but
That's
you
right.
can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
Yeah,
to
as
be
soon as you
rushed.
throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're kidding in that bubble for a little while.
Which could be very useful indoors. I think that's a
Oh, yeah.
that's a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We
in
can.
Modern
So
Warfare 3?
our friends at Treyarch.
Max, I remember a time when Morgan wasn't going to buy 2K either. Morgan, would you like to elaborate on that?
We love partnering with them
What?
on it. And
I remember a time when Morgan wasn't going to buy 2K, and now he has 12 rings and 27,000 points over half a season.
For season 1.5, which is
It was all a ruse.
mid-season
Morgan hoodwinked everybody. Bamboozled us.
Always gonna get it.
Because we want enough
Led astray.
where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season.
Dude, Carl, it's all the Modern Warfare 2 maps. All 16 of them drop at launch.
Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our Core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called
Carl.
It
Cutthroat.
is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there like me. Take a look.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors.
I think there's a reason they're showing the body people playing this game, to be honest, Max, because I think the movement's gonna be actually like fluid and crazy. Hadouken! Why does she look like Taskmaster from friggin' the Black Widow movie?
I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
PlayStation.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive Lockpick Operator Pack, including the fan-goated Lockpick Operator skin, the American Gothic Blueprint, and the Starry Knife Melee Weapon Blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the Lockpick Operator by pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable.
Valent, I have no idea, Carl.
On November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock Lockpick.
Should Google it.
Is how it is.
I mean, I could Google it.
I didn't know she was an artsy. I was like, Thomas Crown Hair. Hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com.
Nothing on Google, Carl.
To see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the brand new mode, Cutthroat. And this is going to be a unique one because it's 3v3v3 action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
So
It's fun to say.
It is. It is.
Really fun
It
to
is
say.
hard to
Yeah.
say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. You're as long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're gonna win. It is inspired by Gunfight. Like you are actually like it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch pads that are there, and you get to play them in a new way.
Cutthroat, aka third-party practice. That's true, Max.
Spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're three different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. You know, math somewhere in there.
Geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows
Simple
you to
Jack.
in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can
One life to live. It's Max. You're right. It's third-party practice for Warzone. Hey, Peak, what's going on, man?
Way to come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was Gunfight in a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
this
Gunfight.
Really
yeah, and
taking
it's
that to
played
the
on
next level.
separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive as Gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table, too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
and you can take your loadout this time. So,
yes, that's what I was going to say. Unlike Gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep,
that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty mode.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo here. He is on Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end, is
already there. Yep.
the overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's down.
But you can't get downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now, what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now you're out.
They haven't talked about Warzone Mobile yet, which should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And Warzone, I think Max is December 6th, roughly. I'm gonna be taking that week off from work and streaming it all week. So.
And that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that flag first, just like Gunfight, is going to do it.
Okay.
Between rounds, though, we rotate where that flag is because, again, geometry, that triangle, right? We could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah.
There is zombies.
Players an opportunity to move around and like actually interact with more in the map, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways. It is a lot of fun to have in there.
That guy's got really cool hair.
Team Jit.
Say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome. It looks a lot like the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Back into Cutthroat again.
Buying it just because of zombies.
Interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities for you to have like those real like intense interactive moments.
It's
right?
very intimate.
Dude, I loved Estate, Morgan.
Like
Estate was fun.
To figure out like how to use your, you could pop smoke here, and really just understand because there's.
Now the question is, Chad, do I make cinnamon rolls right now? I'm kind of hungry.
When do I want to go in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
fucking map.
Is that what you do? You
I believe that's
smoke?
I like the state.
Right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw smoke.
No, it's
here
probably
because
my least
you're gonna
favorite.
wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the breacher drone.
Everybody just ran thermal fucking 50 cal. Thought they were cool.
It's good strat.
Yeah, we have the EMD grenade. Which
Carl, I will actually like
throw
run
it out,
Pop Smoke shout out. Yee.
and then if you get another player on the team, that they're gonna show up constantly on your.
I will actually run zombies with you.
To me, EMD grenade a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
Tactical Brit. I should have played with him that one time his mod asked me to for ranked.
Off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and it like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thermal barricade.
You gotta get a PC or PlayStation, by the way.
I do like that one because it's kind of like a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
Get that frag effect.
Yeah, and it adds. A little
Dude,
bit of
swag's good.
damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one,
Revive seems kind of fast.
Afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
PC's faster.
Wipe down a few
What's
of
your
those.
favorite?
Out of these 5 we're playing today,
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela. I just, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands amongst us. Yeah.
I too am a favela stand.
But
so don't worry.
I've been just looking at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here. We've got 2 for high rise.
I love
2 for
them all.
Favela.
They're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
can't give any of
There's
them
no
up.
favorite children here. We got.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
That's right.
And
Take it
high
high
rise is also
come
great.
on, Greg. At some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
I know, man.
Switching my
NCAA, Carl.
Okay.
That is something I'm super excited to stream when that comes out.
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because
What is this?
that play out
What is this
team
dynasty
like
you
the
speak
Counter
of?
Bot and Mosquito Drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, and I am
Shouldn't
trash.
be any new windows.
Well, no. I'm sorry, I might have misspoken. I thought it just was more open than it was previously.
Oh, it's possible we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of those things.
Bears are Thursday Night Football tonight, Morgan? Yuck.
Changed in a lot of it's like
Bears Commanders.
how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody.
The PMT Bowl?
It's a fun mechanic to have. It adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and different and modern for the type of gameplay we're going to see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. Well, while we have a moment and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it again because it's back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch. And, you know, I guess, Kim, like, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And we will be showcasing 3
Morgan, we played the shit out of freaking Ground War back in the day.
Them being playable in the open beta.
I believe that's the Levin resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta, we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military Base.
Yeah, but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got
these
it
are
down.
the 3.
Yeah, we also have a few new vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3 with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs. And you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing there. I liked it. Yeah. And also, there was a really cool tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem.
Right.
So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear battle lines. That's the gameplay that we're going for.
Is it 6v6, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is classic war mode. If we all remember what classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is a fantastic.
I'm like watching this and I'm like, come on, can we get to the good stuff?
To get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? Very. There's just so many
What
options.
are you looking for?
Which is the thing that really sticks to me.
Warzone.
You don't want to jump in with your
Are they
friends,
putting
just,
stuff out
you know,
about
play
Warzone?
They sure are.
matchmaking. You could do war mode. You could do ground war. Was that? You know, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here to like really give players that.
Oh yeah, dude. If you watch some of the clips Swag has, movement is definitely back.
About, you know, some of the,
I've
the
got
new maps
Z's
coming in live
stream
season.
up.
We have a
How's
bunch of
Z doing?
Planned for live season as
He's
well. That
fine.
we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to share Modern Warfare 3 with the world. And that is going to wrap it up for the MW3 multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg.
So what are they doing in hours, it looks like?
But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy, Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other ball guy on stage with you today. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving into MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tags, the new lethals, bro. I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm zooming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like, when you got in, like, how much fun you were having? Like, is it the kind
He's
of
about to clutch in
expectation?
a 1v3.
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we are playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm bodying. I don't know, it's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this was going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Shift Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys.
That guy's hilarious.
But yeah, I hold Shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
You set me up for like the perfect segue. Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I'm not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS, and I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be, you know, very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough, Shotzi. Thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on the stream. And well,
Did he?
we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw in multiplayer before we come back with a team from Treyarch to give us our first look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars.
Or maybe they're playing together. I don't know.
Call of Duty
Couldn't
Next
tell.
and Modern Warfare 3. Nvidia GeForce.
All right, I'm gonna go in the bathroom again, and I'm gonna warm up my oven.
With performance multiplying
Nice.
DLSS3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praga, we got OVP, we got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like, Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. And I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06, back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing. We played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience it yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So, what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone, a lot of fun. Way too much fun, actually. That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest high cover.
Yeah.
I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here.
And again, meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing in this loadout? How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on, get my shoulders working. We heard Shotsy talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something, Prince, you're going to be schmoovin' in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti. It's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just got to...
Siri, set a timer for 24 minutes.
Breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's, that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing like Shotsy was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of, like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, you know? And, like, my bad. But yeah, like, I was watching my dad play, but, like, I don't... Like, those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so, like, now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of, like, have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like, I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle
look at the ray gun
in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever. I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the one-times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So the game itself in general has sped up tremendously. We were messing around with tack stance yesterday as well. I mean, sort of the canted approach to take to your weapon. I'm running a big ×8 scope, right? And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those kind of more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness, my screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here.
It's a very interesting jacket.
The keyword, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk, it's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini-map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title.
MW3.
For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, Your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is, that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best, like, old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox and PC players. You saw a ton of great multiplayer content today. Play that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details. I can't wait to see everyone get in the mix.
Or don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
How many times are you going to see this commercial throughout the stream?
The big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the crazy skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins in game already. The trailers, you name it, it's all happening. But Lockpick available for you PlayStation players. Hit that pre-order. We've had quite a deep dive on MW3's multiplayer mode so far, and over the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best way to put it. We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different. Straight from our friends at Treyarch, here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Zombies!
Hostile contact. Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Infill into a low threat zone. Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again, nothing gets out. Dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone. Deadbolt.
Wow, zombies looks interesting. Open world zombies.
Yeah, who cares?
Carlton cares, okay?
Sneak peek at the end of
Yeah,
that trailer,
just
the
never
Soul
like zombies.
Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that in just a bit. But now let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch, because you got Kevin Drew as well as Miles Leslie. Kevin is the Associate Director of Design and Miles is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk about some zombies.
Fired up to be here. Yes, let's
It
talk
looks
zombies.
awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple
We're a little
in
bit
the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the
purple.
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time
Team
you
up
guys
with up to
have
6
had
players for zombies? That's crazy.
a long time. It's
Steph
super
went to
exciting. I
Oklahoma
want to talk a little bit
City?
about the event, some
Why?
of the awesome reactions we got to
Who
see
cares?
in the room from these guys.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of the reactions in the room there. They got to see some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
They traded him for Chet
The play
Holmgren.
test though was absolutely
That's funny.
fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. In what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're like,
having
oh,
a
wait
good
a minute,
time.
this game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So it's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there, Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell
I'm
us?
fourth.
Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little more.
What, on the GOAT ladder?
We can't give them all.
Yeah.
away.
Well, then what should we expect?
So
at
if
least in
you
terms
were
of what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time, maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a
All right,
lot
time to retire.
discover
Can't pass
in this
Kobe.
open world zombies.
Oh, yeah. And I think...
All right, guys, that's going to be the stream. No, I'm just kidding.
so much that needs to be unpacked here. I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is, like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
Oh, yeah. I got 3 rings on now.
We usually have
Nice.
You know,
Safe
it
is
is
relative.
zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You can go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you can form a super team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've seen.
experienced players. if you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're
everywhere.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Getting excited.
So a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic. And if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood, but in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased, but then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit. Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the
Ethereum?
stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes, yes.
That gun right there looks like the G36.
Roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms.
Changing mags!
Strike team, enemy birds closing on your position. Clear the deck and push up top. Objective is on the roof.
Well, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her alive.
Target down. Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all fronts.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this. And that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But there
Twitter is bumping today.
Been in the game for such a long time. It's
Is
really
it? Mhm.
everyone's side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, you know, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So zombies can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare or DMZ or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun, and also support our veteran audience. So
and on a brand new
map, and we'll talk about that more later.
Not later.
But here for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're gonna infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into the center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakeo threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Yeah.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay
Hate to
for
see
it.
it.
All right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked
You
about
hate
the new
to see
players,
it.
how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pat machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy them? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where we've married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal.
Zombie cereal.
You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those already.
I've stolen this.
I mean,
this
a
is
crate.
mine.
I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking about a single crate.
Oh, wow.
What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it
clang,
goes in the dark.
bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our Zombies players, and that's the Wonder Weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yeah. So. Of course, we have a Wonder Weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word!
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a second.
Look at that first raise.
Yes,
that thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density of zombies you've ever seen.
The hordes.
Oh yes,
We're gonna melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire that launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like it's really.
Wait, so you can like rocket jump with it? Is that
Yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal.
There's no limit.
Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
Chef's
Wonder
kiss, but
Weapon.
you're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes Zombie so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah. So this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay, repercussions are going to be for the player there.
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's
Your Z is sliding in this
it
game,
will always
Morgan.
be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At,
Ooh.
at 45
Oh, gosh.
minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the
dang.
map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
And a lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
Session.
limit. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in, again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Also,
Movement gotta
you
be
wanna
crazy.
challenge yourself going to medium and high threat. But the Ether Storm waits for no one. And it will
Gibby.
come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we gonna
Are we
find in
getting the
there?
hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil
What
plan?
are we
Yeah.
doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you. We have,
Item persistence.
yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past you've had to do all that just in game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, pack a
Infill
punch,
hot.
drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah.
Already got your
Quite a
weapon.
difference,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
yeah.
But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you ease new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal, that's for those seasons
They're gonna
players.
feel it.
They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
We want people to find them.
we
too.
do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
you're not getting it
More
out of
coming
us.
You know
in the
what?
live
Steph
seasons.
might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that, ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters?
There
What do
you
you
go.
tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs.
That was me this morning.
Just waking
Free
up.
coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him. He's
Yeah, because
so
he
big
needed to be
now.
bigger.
Yeah, he's now
Absolutely.
grown some crawlers under his stomach.
The dingle dangle.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still
inside.
get you
and-
in the
Oh,
building.
but this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
but perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy...
King, I just saw your thing in Discord. I'm really looking forward.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes
It's a fort.
group. They're his muscle.
But I got you, Pete.
They found that Ethereum. They want more in
I'm
true sort of bad guy fashion.
I'm looking forward to seeing the
They are
Warzone
across
stuff.
the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's a gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on
Battle
that
Royale
side.
zombie.
And you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them.
Zombies is gonna go nuts.
That's cool. And it's basically the zombies are third partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just I can't express the moment when
These zombie things are insane.
your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to
Here
be
we go.
awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin, Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it.
Yes.
I think we could
draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today.
think we could talk about this all
We'll be
day.
debuting later.
It's going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so excited to jump into Zombies. And thank you guys so much for sharing.
I'm excited for zombies, but let's get to the real show.
Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay and new map details are going to be coming your way.
It's not back online yet, Nate.
Word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big
They're about to go over the Warzone stuff though next.
QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to nvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies! Where do we start? Oh my god! I mean, it's what? We've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting until the very last man or woman standing. Guys, zombies, let's get into it. The ray gun on desk right now obviously is very, very appropriate. It looks sick. It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also Ether, waves of Ether coming in that make your life a lot harder, as if zombies wasn't hard enough. But just, there is something for everybody in this zombies game. It's so fun. I actually, could see a couple of
Cinnamon rolls go crazy
in the CDL reacting to zombies, and you're like, hold on a second, are we gonna play?
Our good buddy Sim is already tweeting about it, saying zombies look sick. It does look sick, Sim. You're absolutely right. But Ali, I mean, this is like, we're gonna pull up as a squad. We're gonna have our own whip. All of our skins are involved. We can enjoy the cinematic story moments, and then we can get absolutely into the action.
We'll get some more cinnamon rolls.
Absolutely, Miles. I know that you're going to be on the outskirts for a hot minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, me and Ant will take all of the really difficult hordes as we head towards the center. It kind of gives me, because I played a lot of Outbreak, so I am kind of curious as to, like, they talk about the 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found like really interesting was the way that you can exfil with weapons and bring them back later on, right? Because like we can have strategies like you can get all the perks, I'll get a crazy weapon, Ali gets another crazy weapon, and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So Zombies looks amazing, man, and those monsters were terrifying. We heard the devs so passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game.
This is roughly going to run close to 3 hours, my guess.
That whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're new to Zombies, you can just stay on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's Zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition and comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch.
I would assume so, Nate. I'm not sure though, dude. I don't know if they're gonna like let people like try to get home from this. Like I'm really, I don't know.
Traces and custom death effects. It will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in for rewards as well.
What are you talking about? Rain going back up?
Yeah.
Launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
I doubt it.
Tell me there is an actual weapon that can
I bet it won't be back till
I
after
just
the
wanted to get it out on broadcast.
After the beta? Yeah, no, that wouldn't shock me.
Coming up later today, COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following Next, we will be COD Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted COD Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans into high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
¿Qué rollo plebada? Pura Modern
Hey.
Warfare 3 y pura WP. Se viene algo chingón.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Saw him throw out the first pitch of the Dodgers game.
Pretty cool, actually, isn't it?
Who?
I love how many people
Peso Pluma.
obviously in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
He's a huge Mexican like star.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Right now, welcome
I've
to
heard of him.
TCL
He's
Power
obviously
Hour.
great.
During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay? We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what? Yeah, wait.
A drivable train?
One more time so the people out
Hold
there.
on. You have to get a double elimination with a drivable.
What is that?
Hold on.
It's a train you can drive, guys. More on that later. But we did this last year. It's a lot of fun. So when our streamers are involved in that big old game of Warzone, we're going to be keeping an eye on these challenges. And if we
Why is there a drivable train?
Card of main
Yeah,
you might have a
that
guess.
seems
very exciting stuff.
as
Yes,
ridiculous
and
as
during
the
this
fucking
next hour to enter
airplane
for a chance
you can
to
drive
win,
around.
you
in.
need to submit a tweet using the hashtags #CODNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes.
Hopefully it doesn't
Each
derail
challenge
and kill a
completed
bunch of
by our
people.
streamers during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to #CODNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. And then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next.
Oh.
Brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com twitch.tv/gaming, and Elgato, a proud partner of Call of
Hello.
Duty Next.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone, and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted Timmons. He's the Senior Creative Director at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you doing, man?
This is something else. I can't wait to show you what Ravens
At 250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Did you just say 250?
Close friends.
Yeah, I mean, we
dropping
by.
Oh, people there.
Yeah, cup of tea.
Yeah.
I could actually go for a good cuppa. Now that I actually think about it.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and talk all things Warzone.
There we go.
Everyone's chomping at the bit to get this information.
They are, and we teased it a bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year, I'm happy to say. But Ted, tell us where we're headed.
Ready? Welcome to Iridescent.
Ooh, okay.
Where the Middle East.
Take a look.
Eastern
Here's
Europe.
Iridescent.
This is it. We've been
got-
waiting. We've been sort of hinting all day long, right?
Hinting all day long, a little bit.
Old town, low town, pop,
Unique
11
POIs
unique
here.
pop off power.
Seamlessly integrated, brand new map, full of wonderful nostalgia that we'll dive into.
Military
as well when we
base.
play.
That'll
Yeah.
be sick.
And you
That'll kind of be
mentioned
like
this
the
is
old one.
where,
Farms. Literally same thing with the military base and farms being on that side.
And Iridescent will, of course, be familiar to many Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City. Okay. You've got the huge construction site. with the crane that's
Nakatomi
got on the
Plaza.
center. If you look-
Another Nagatomi Plaza drop.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorokin industrial
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is on
for
the
that.
northern side
like
of the
the-
you know, again,
Yeah.
when we think about
I know,
something
it's
like
true.
Warzone, you need those industrial districts. We got pop-off power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators that they'll be popping off here. I'm
Pop
sure
off on
later
pop off?
today. Yeah,
That's gonna be a thing.
That's how it
wonderful point
works.
of interest. This is Shahin Manor. Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat that we want our players to experience.
Awesome
Mhm.
interiors
call it.
here. I've had some really fun close quarter.
Favela.
Yep.
Low Town.
Low Town.
It's where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old
Yes.
Town, these are next to each other. There's a train line running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Low Town,
Yes.
put nearby one another. Of course,
Yeah.
we've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here. And
All of military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
my personal favorite, I love a military base way back in
Oh!
Minsk. You can find me
Fair.
at that
Sta-
military
Kinda
base.
similar.
So
Yeah,
these
standoff.
markers Speak to me.
Oh, that
What
looks
you-
Port.
What's sticking out to me,
close
looking
to,
at
yeah.
all of these different locations, is density. There's
Yes.
a lot in in between
Shopping
different
center.
buildings, different locations.
Let's drop Superstore.
There's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely one of our focus points. was
Map
to
looks
say,
decent.
How can we
Mhm.
make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always some way like you can go and kind of call home. So
Yeah.
glad it's coming
Yeah,
across.
and we touch on. I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked. Warzone has been here for a number of years now. We've had a lot of opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys have really worked to apply those experiences to this map.
Yes. It's one of those things where when we start to talk about the game, we always reflect on, you know, the many, many years of Warzone now and what our players have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date, but at the same time, it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time. So
Oh shit, they're dropping in.
You're dropping in. This is
First
the
time.
very first time
Oh,
you are
snap.
seeing live gameplay from Iridescent.
And who better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at, because he's, you know, he's going to pop a few heads from across the map too. So I mean, he's even trying to do it a shot.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him crush with shotties to an MP, so I have faith.
Look at the PA, Lupo.
Always does. This is actually quite exciting to check out here, especially that, you know, ooh, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight
That
happening here.
pistol's
So I
nasty.
think Lupo does manage to get the better, and just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
important to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3, Raven,
94. Only 100 people on the map.
Make sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map, we need that.
Doesn't look like
movement
it
to feel
shoots
fluid.
any
We need
different
the
from
traversal
multiplayer to
mechanics,
War.
the mantling.
Nope.
Everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and again, it's the
That scope
classic
is
Call of Duty
horrendous.
feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that
Yo, what?
parody, I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how like continuity is a better way better word.
It's
Yeah,
with synergy across all.
Oh, scabs are back?
Yeah, synergy.
Scabs are back?
I love that we managed to fit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 100.
I love that.
Match Warzone. So not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay itself.
But that has to be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. You know, we saw zombies. We saw, you know, now with Warzone, we really want our players to move between all these different experiences.
This is one of my favorite weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Lupo likes it as
Yeah,
much as I
let's
do.
see. I mean, I expect a lot of people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the crane.
They're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use
Yo,
the
what
map to
gun is
redeploy.
that?
You know, you can go up to the crane and jump
The
off
fuck?
and go to wherever you
Doesn't move. You see how big the backpack was? See how big the backpack was?
Guardian, we talked a little about an
It's huge.
I said I'd talk about it more in Battle Royale because I think this is something we're going to see a lot of today. This is a new kill streak. Can you
New
tell
gulag.
us a little bit more about how it's going to play out? in
Yeah,
VR?
it's a. I mean, I don't want to
Good.
Kill streak.
Look at this. Look at this gulag, Morgan.
Maybe if he'd put it down,
Yeah,
that could have been the
simple.
area of denial that he actually needed to win that encounter. So it's very much about if you're being pushed or if you want to defend an area, get that Guardian down to keep you safe effectively.
Yeah, so again, it's not eliminating any players, but it's that stun effect that it's having on
Look
players.
at where he is now.
Oh, the gulag. and is that a fully kitted out gun as well? that I'm
So
seeing?
this one's not. This is actually just a, I think it's a normal layout.
Okay.
Why do they do
But
that?
what's
Why are there
interesting,
guns that
about
do
the
that?
Gulag is we've got
Do what?
to this 3-lane
Turn fucking sideways.
experience.
You can turn. You can turn sideways with any gun.
That's dumb.
But it's got a little treat in the middle there that we didn't see. We might see it later. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what we can expect?
So with this
Gulag
group
today?
of players, they are so good at this game. So we'll have to see if the Gulag lasts that
know.
length of time. But for
Control
anyone at
chargers
home,
still.
in previous
Yeah.
Warzone, we've had a capture point, which was the overtime mechanic. But this time around, it's an ascender, and a rope drops down from above, and you can ascend and get out.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy. But as we continue to see these players just like run around, they're being hunted
by a bounty.
currently, so we got a bounty up right now.
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they complete the bounty, or should I say if they complete the bounty, they'll actually get one UAV ping, which is a new mechanic that we've added. to the
One
bounty this time around.
UAV ping.
So this was a bounty that you brought.
Wow.
I kind of like that.
I like that a lot.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or
Oh,
the
see,
normal bounty.
I was talking about Big Game Bounty. I
That's a
assumed
good
this
segue.
was Big Game Bounty. Can you talk to us?
Big
a
Game
little bit
Bounty's
about
back?
our contract, which is new.
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And it's something that this group in particular, like the really high skilled player, I don't know why they love it because it effectively marks the highest killed player in the game, but it's great for content. It's got a great reward with the advanced UAVs.
Dude, look at the
We
backpacks.
want to be recognized for
Is it
for
separate
our hard work.
from that and the ammo?
I mean, I'm never going to get marked, so I'm cool. Like, I love the contract. I'm saying
Flare.
Flares.
Loadout drop.
It marks the player with the most kills.
Most kills in the match, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced
The
UAV.
advanced UAV,
Yeah,
which is super powerful,
which is
great
awesome.
for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now as the game continues to play out here,
Your girl
in
Natasha
our
Morgan.
competitors kind of get the lay of the land. I find it to be really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling around in Modern Warfare 2 maps, you know, old Modern Warfare 2 maps, but now they're going into something fresh and new. Is that like an objective for you guys with this map, to make it feel just fresh, to make it feel like you're jumping into this with a new pair of eyes?
So whenever we think about a map, you have to think about both the map and the gameplay. Like they're so intrinsically
A lot of zips to go side to side. You see that?
A little bit later on, we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that. But that's the newness, you know. It's the new map plus the new gameplay, and those things combined will yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of quality of life features, right? And also some great gameplay features that have been.
Oh, do you see the stims?
Also looking forward to, because traversal,
stims are back.
VRs, you got to be able to rotate effectively. If not, you're gonna get wiped out to the circle.
Seeing one right here,
And
actually. I see a zip line off in the distance. We're gonna get a better look at them here. This is the crane we were talking about earlier. So that's the vertical.
So you can go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in addition to going up.
Redeploy drones.
Oh, that's cool.
Launches. We're bringing those across from Al Mazrah. But then, here's the new news.
The new.
I was going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land. Yeah. But also, you know, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they use it to...
It looks interesting, King. I'll say that much.
Dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip line.
Players on the zip line.
They go past.
They go past each other. Okay,
but you can use your AR. So.
But I mean, like, you should shoot.
Yeah. You could duel like an old British horse.
You can do like 10 paces, turn around, zip, and then just go and try and see if you can take each other out.
It's content.
No, that is really cool.
Especially over water, we saw them sort of between the higher buildings. We're going to have them across the water. I think in terms of getting across this map, can you tell us anything about this map in terms of size, sort of what to expect for folks at home who aren't going to maybe get a sense of it from everybody today?
What we did was, obviously, we always look at like the latest maps. So we look at, you know, Caldera and Al Mazrah. So it's closer in size to Caldera, a little bit smaller than
Slightly
Al Mazrah,
smaller than Al Mazrah.
but it's more dense. So it should feel like, in terms of land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you say dense, we mean to less open
spaces, more
between
packed.
points of interest, of course.
And I'm even seeing it here. Like, there are some wide open spots where snipers can have a great time, but there's so much like urban, tense environment. Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like wild locations, close quarters?
Like I mentioned, you know, when we look at Low Town and Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier places. But, you know, again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we've added to improve that. It's it has the train line that runs straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming through,
rolls up
literally on the train, and potentially pushes the team through the POI.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking
of the train that stops in Old Town.
Yes. Yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody downstairs is.
They saw the handbrake yesterday and were like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose? So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
On the train.
On the
UAV
train.
and buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backward, you can stop. But the nuance that these players will find out today is you're in the driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you know, you're the conductor. But if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay,
or
I didn't know that.
Get in a war, switching on and off.
No, the handbrake controls it.
Controls all of it. So that's the master
you have to go back. And
so there's almost like a decision you have to make of like, well, do I want to put a body over there, have someone defend the handbrake, but then you might be running into a full squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make with this train.
Yeah, we had a great play test where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped, and we were like, hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
We're all here. So that could be one.
Black sites and strongholds are back.
Great, like, realization moment.
Your detective work.
Yes. You're literally doing a head count. How many people
say present?
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind of parachute from building to building. They're on the move. I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the old town, lower old town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like
They're on land and the guy's getting packet burst. I love that, Morgan.
Like feel to it.
Yes. And of course, fictionally.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the Great Modern Warfare universe, Urzikstan shares a border with Al Mazrah. It does. Yeah.
Okay, I just love how deep into the
Bird's eye perk, nice.
I am a lorehead.
Yeah, I'm a lorehead too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lorehead.
Welcome to Al Mazrah, one of the frag capitals of the world.
Awesome creators and community making the story, making their content about the storyline and the narrative. I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, they're the storytellers and you guys are providing them those raw materials to create, and I
we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas for them to paint on. It sounds corny, but those are the kind of things that we think about when we think about the types of map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully,
99 players in the lobby.
A couple of times already, we have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay.
Yes, the classic minimap behavior will behave the same way in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer as it will in Warzone, so that unsuppressed fire, visible.
How has that added?
Colors look decent though.
When you think of something like a big map BR, Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see
Pick
how
up
this
as much
works
as you can.
out.
Let's see if the Ascender comes down. Let's see if they push or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity
5
for
seconds.
it. Now, he's gonna...
Nice little bunny hop right there.
Oh, so
Very
now that we
see the stress in her face.
She's like,
now that we see the gulag, and of course,
Yeah, Morgan, that crazy assault rifle with no recoil is that MCW she's rocking.
that we should be expecting for the gulag, because that was different.
Jesus.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex.
Yeah.
In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing most of the time in the 3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other gulags.
Yes, so maybe right on cue, we'll see the night vision gulag. Look at that
No
step
way.
So this is something that can happen from time to time.
No.
There's a chance of it happening.
I hate that.
And we have several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the cash one.
We want to wait
on.
to see.
I
Here's
hate
the
the
Ascender
fact
that we've
that
already
you're doing
mentioned.
that.
That if you can get on it and you can get out, you can be shot on the way up. You can be shot from below.
But you can also get off of it and make a play as well.
Make a play.
That's cool.
So
Okay.
we've seen some really interesting play tests of. I remember one of our designers shared a clip where
Red
the other
vest.
player had jumped on the Ascender. They also got on underneath, shot them on the way up, eliminated them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix moment there, you know? You're shooting
and
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers. We
Yeah.
want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Call of Duty moments, right?
And we'll wait to see, if we get some of those other gulags that we're talking
Or
about.
she's gonna
But
get
it's ultimately
pushed.
you bringing the implementation of the public event into the gulag mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone alpha build, but we've got some exciting stuff planned.
And our streamers are
Dialed in.
They're there was a tone shift when we went into Warzone in the venue.
They're
you
having
could
a
feel
good
the
time.
tension where everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off
They came here
in
to
front
compete.
of the world, in front of their creators.
In front of the world.
And it is great that these creators, the passion and the time that they've put into Warzone, has to feel rewarding for you being a part of a team that has built this system.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, at Raven, we have to cater to so many different player types. When you've got millions and millions and millions of people playing your game, you've got these creators who play 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on the train and have a fun time with the train.
Yeah.
But equally, we've made changes, for example.
Ooh, it's happening.
Here we go.
Oh, hit the
Is this
brake,
off
hit
the
the
rip?
brake.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That disgusting pistol is gross.
Oh, we've got a lot of action.
Oh, no!
I'm not sure that was the smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it.
Oh, okay.
That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it. Oh, man, that is going to be a sweaty
Did you
drop.
see that pistol?
She was seconds away from pulling.
I told you that pistol's filthy.
And that would have just caused complete chaos.
Holy crap.
And pretty soon here, we're gonna have probably a winner of our first match. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get the news.
I mean, they've come here to win. Right?
Yeah, we're jumping around between streams today, and hope you guys are obviously checking out your favorite creators' streams here at COD Next.
Really, really cool stuff. What else? I mean, like, should we be looking forward to here, right? Because I know, like, you guys are doing some creative things with, like, the contracts and different things like that to really get people in the game to move around, interact a bit more, cause some more chaos.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, we started talking about some of our quality of life improvements.
Yes.
And I think one of the biggest cheers we got from this group was that we brought pistols underwater. So if you're swimming underwater, you will always have a pistol.
Nice.
And I did not expect that to be the biggest cheer, but it shows the love that this group and I think our wider community, it's reflective of them too, have for like those small detail touches that just improve the gameplay loop as a whole.
Yeah, quality of life's definitely been top of mind. You know, building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. You know, building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year.
Yeah.
Expect them.
Carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, we made over 100 quality of life improvements to the Warzone of this year. Everything carries into the Warzone of the year ahead of us. So
Yeah. And also,
left behind.
you guys also were some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little far.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like
So
yeah.
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten up, and again working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement.
Looks like you have to toggle the gas mask.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for BR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone specifically versus MP?
Yeah. So on the Warzone side, we felt that this time around was an opportunity to have some unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a big map. We have different player styles, different motivations. So
different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Okay.
Now I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a perk.
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty of perks. It's like the perk there should be variety. There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know, you're going to be surprised when people have equipped. I expect some of this to be a bit shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade.
Oh, wow.
It's a really new dimension to it. And equally, I think another
That's interesting.
one would be Resolute, which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So
that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal. Get shot, get a speed boost, get down. Potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's really
the kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
There's going to be some interesting mixes.
Yeah. That's really cool, and it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like as it's been said time and time again, right? That freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that, and it feels like
play style.
Tune that play style. Feels like it's
player agency. You want the story.
I don't know, Max. Her eyes seem like kind of like weirdly close together. I don't know if it's just a bad angle for her.
Will we see the long-rumored Ascender? The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an Ascender.
Got a Molotov out.
Players are
But
too
she's
good.
picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to
Here
see.
we go. 1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played.
Baited.
Wow, yeah, she baited them.
1v1 me.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too. Just gone straight
It was a
for
honey
the rope.
pot. It was like, oh, honey. I'm going to go for honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's got both of her. She's got one teammate down. She can go grab them if they don't get it out of.
I think she's trying to
get out of the gulag.
Oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's the fight going.
Here we see maybe somebody.
Yep, you can see the unsuppressed red dots on the mini map as well. Oh, the other teammate's down. Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally. I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
almost.
Big
Now,
dive to get out of there.
Can she make a run to that buy station? Yeah, she's
Nikari
good.
doing
She's
the
careful.
hard carry.
Thanks, T.
Waters is back. She's just redeployed.
Yeah.
Very well played. That dive, I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding, you know?
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
It's just ground loot. And in fact, maybe we can actually quickly talk about ground loot.
Yeah.
We've brought back weapon rarity.
Okay.
Yes, we will
Because
see colored boots.
you just saw it right there, like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that when you think about the looting gameplay,
I was just checking her out.
See like what's that weapon, what's this item,
Yes.
etc. So even from a custom loadout perspective, you know, it's got that pink/magenta tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it, but
So Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see buy stations, redeployable buy stations. Are they coming back?
Yes, they'll be there day one. We really see this as a continuation of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about,
Yeah.
that we worked super hard on in current Warzone and we think is awesome, is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions
We've
Quest.
had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it, and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal. Oh, she's on the horizontal zip line.
Yeah.
I saw the train. I was like, oh my god, the train. I want to talk about the train again. But no, Champions Quest, it's been a huge success for us all year long. You know, that ability to nuke the map, the challenge of doing it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So it's only once. It's not going to
If you see
change.
a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness, I cannot wait.
All right.
And it gives people more options to get on something like Champions Quest. You know, they're not the only ones who get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ted and I are gonna squad up. We're gonna get our
Take them down.
our first time CQ win.
Or potentially lose it, you know?
Yeah,
depending.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that negativity out there. I'm so sorry. Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see how many challenges have been completed thus far for the days. And remember, for each one completed, you have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. All you got to do is enter that hashtag CODNext and hashtag TCLX COD Sweepstakes. Once again, that's TCLX COD Sweepstakes.
X
For
COD
each
Sweepstakes.
challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners. And thus far, we have 3 of our items picked up here. So it looks like we still. I didn't see which ones it was though.
They're on the
Was
way.
it the train? Did we get the train?
I hope so.
I hope we get it.
Can we see the card again?
Yeah. Actually, can we bring it up one more time? I just want to see what we have.
Here we go. Oh, we got
Scavenger
okay.
contract. We did get a drivable train elimination.
Yeah, we watched it. We
Oh, yeah,
watched
that
it.
was that.
Yeah, the pistol
For some
fight on the
reason, in
back
my
of the
head, I
train.
thought it was run someone over with the drivable train.
I
That would be
honestly did
amazing.
too.
That would be legendary.
If that happened and we don't know, I need to see the highlights. So
Yes.
I'll be busy later.
That would be the first ever. It would
Yeah.
actually be kind of cool. But there you see it there. But for now, though, we're actually going to head on over to Miles, Lottie, and Nameless, as well as Alley Cat, for their thoughts on live gameplay for Warzone. What you got for us, guys? What you think?
Choo-choo! All aboard the new train. That's what I'm looking for, friends. I was discussing with this with you guys prior to we got on camera. It was like, are we going to drop train, win the fight, pump the brakes, take the cash, buy our gear, all aboard, next stop? It's going to be an amazing experience. Like, we're going to be able to finish on train. We're going to be able to rotate using the train. Francis Borgia's going to be out there well excited with the camera on his face because of the train. It's a big day for COD.
All right, audience, if you want the freest kill in the game, make sure you go to the train to find Miles. The freest. But I do want to say, I was hoping that it was going to be an actual, like, train, like you turn the train on and you run somebody over to get out that bingo card. But now I'm seeing EMD, the train track. So I'm guessing you throw the EMD, you can stop the whole train. So forget about the stop and the drive. I'm gonna be sitting in a bush next to the train track like, all right, Miles, you wanna rotate to another side of the map? Well, you got another thing coming.
Oh, my train, my precious train. I'll have to give it a cool name. But yeah, really, really fun. I mean, like we've seen change after change when it comes to Warzone over the years. This one sort of feels, again, like movement's back. Everyone's super excited about that. Guns look really fun. But the increase in health, fights feel a little longer, you know?
That's the big thing, right? It's the quality of life, the presence that the game now has. And do you know what I've absolutely loved about Warzone and the team as well? Is the fact that they have not been afraid to bring things back, to bring things back that the community wants. And I think that is just incredible. They're listening and they care. And that is definitely coming across the screen. So for me, I think, you know, things like the red dots that we're seeing on the map, you know, unsuppressed fire. We're seeing also just small things like the blue plates that are also happening in the HUD. And it's minor things that make such a big difference to, I think, the community that grind Warzone. It is their life, it is their careers. Many of them in this room right now. It's massive, and it's really exciting to see.
Also, the quality of life upgrades. You know, we heard them talking about the unique perks that we're going to have in Warzone. Like the Shrouded is massive, right? You drop a smoke when you get knocked. We already do that in Warzone. We throw a smoke at our teammates. Sometimes you don't have one. Now that it's going to be an actual perk that you can grab, huge. Also, when you start to get shot, you talk about the health now, which is great, having 150 health. Well, now when you get shot, you move faster. So not only do you have that extra health to survive and evade enemies, you also have the faster movement with MW3 that they're bringing, and a perk that even allows you to get faster, because we know there are some players, come from myself, who's a bit more competitive. You like to get, you know, a little bit more aggressive and get in those 1v4 situations. You have the ability to do that, and it's all up to the player, which is great.
There is one more perk which wasn't brought up by Ted, but Irradiated, which has got something to do with how you interact with the gas. But more on that later. Ha ha ha. Like, plenty more cool changes though. I mean, like, we've seen different field upgrades. We've seen different, you know, kill streaks. The Guardian being involved as well. I mean, that's something that I think Black Ops 4 players remember a little differently. This one doesn't kill you though. This just slows you down. It's like a gigantic stun grenade spotlight.
Put it in a doorway, Miles.
Put it in a doorway, but the range on that bad boy is crazy. Look, if that thing's good enough to slow down the Incredible Hulk, it's good enough for COD. That's all I'm saying.
It certainly is indeed. I just got to say that I'm so excited to see how our creators, our streamers, the community react to this, especially when you check the timeline and seeing kind of what the noise is about. And Ali, looking across Warzone right now and the way that Warzone has been pushed forward, not only in terms of the map, and you know, a lot of people talking about Verdansk and how much they miss it, the nostalgia coming forward, I think, from Iridescent really does kind of give that reminiscence of Verdansk in terms of the way it looks and feels, the openness. We also have moments and places like Superstore, etc. There are drops there for everyone who wants to get a battle in and perform at the highest level.
Yeah, and I think something that's crazy about Warzone specifically is the fact that, like, it's only been a couple of years it's been around, right? And I feel like it's continuously just getting better, and small changes are being made for quality of life. And like you said, this does feel very reminiscent of Verdansk, but it has all the great changes like the guns, the blue guns on the ground. And we just saw a UI change, like the gas mask actually being on your face the entire time, and you can see it on your screen. I will tell you right now, I'm somebody who has really bad object permanence. I would always forget that I'd have a gas mask. So now that it's like actually on your vision as well, so like it's a great reminder. Just really small things like that can really change a game.
That's something that I think community members have been asking for, the amount of times players enter gas or whatever. A few more really nice quality of life changes. No matter what your loadout is, you'll see on screen right now, if you're in the water, you have a pistol no matter what. Whatever your loadout is, whether it's 2 primary weapons, or you've got
That's good.
Whatever it may be, battle ready when you do go underwater. Same for all the ladders as well. So that element of gameplay, I know. Dude, the first time I had a circle out in the ocean in Al-Mazrah, I dropped like a 12 kill spree because no one could get close. I was running around with a gulag pistol and it really worked. That is not the case anymore. Awesome quality of life change, whether it's gas masks, whether it's pistols. We're really just starting to learn our way around this place, and Sledge and the crew at Raven, great job in bringing all that to life.
And you know what? You talked about the gulag there. The gulag looks great.
Oh
right?
my God.
I'm a big fan of, I know everybody likes different gulags that we've had throughout the years, but I'm a big fan of, like, let's just get into a gunfight. I see 2 walls in the middle. Let's just get into the gunfight, and Better Man gets out of the gulag.
All right.
And we also
I don't want my toe got at the bathroom.
Sender, where you can just jump on the rope and get on out. A couple different strategies you could employ. Wait for the person to hop into the center and just shoot him as he tries to escape. But yeah, man, Warzone this year, it looks phenomenal. It feels like the answer to the call of the community. Everybody's just been wanting faster movement, you know, some of these new perks, and being able to play it your own way. And I think a lot of the creators in here are having a blast getting into this new map.
It's just really fun as well to see different variants of the Gulag, whether it's night operation one where, you know, you come in with an MVG, not that it's going to be that common. The idea that there's a cash Gulag where there's money all over the place. I mean,
yeah,
I'm one of those players, I know a lot of my friends are, where you see it, you grab it, and that's going to encourage the loot. But there is a massive danger. We just saw one of our streamers leave the Gulag with like 6.5K. That's insane. You can buy the teammate back. That is a game-changing moment. That changes the way Warzone plays. And we want a little bit of random. You don't want us to be that predictable. The one thing you do want to be predictable is how efficiently you can take down your opponents.
Yes.
And that's been so nice to see. Headshot indicators now, when you see you got a double X on the hit marker, you know you're dealing damage to a head. The limb damage has all been uniformed across the board. So you're going to get a much stronger and more, you know, predictable feel of how my weapon performs, how my attachments perform with that weapon, and how I can employ that to the best of my ability and the best of the situation I'm in. It's just really nice, man. The last thing you're going to be doing is guessing in a game like this.
And I think, exactly, Miles, and I think something that may have went over a lot of people's heads when they were talking about it was the evasion in this version of Warzone is going to be way better than before. We talked about that perk, but also the horizontal zip lines. I mean, that's massive. They've had big upgrades to quality of life in terms of trying to get in fights and evade over the last years. Like we had the PRD where you can go up and redeploy yourself and fly away. I think all those things are going to be coming back, but now you also have the ability to hop in these horizontal zip lines that they've placed throughout the map. So, you know, if you get into a fight that maybe is pretty far out of the circle, you can take your time, finish that fight, and then strategically use those zip lines to get back towards circles. So I think that that's something, you know, it just piqued my interest in the way that I like to play the game.
You're talking about evasion as well, and for me, you know, going back to small things like the gas mask, you can now put the gas mask on, toggle it with tear gas. I mean, there's ways to make sure that you can survive. The survivability is so big. You know, no more wafting in front of the face. The gas mask will go on, and you are able to evade enemies and try and counter things that are coming away, because that's all that Warzone's about, right? It's being aggressive, but also countering pushes that are happening from left, right, and center.
I think a big point is like the controlled chaos in Warzone. That was something that always really stood out to me, is like, it's really chaotic. You don't know where the gas is going to be. Where you land changes a lot of the time. The loot that's on the ground is, you know, pretty different most of the time. It's very unpredictable in that sense, but there's those predictabilities of having a horizontal zip line now, like knowing about the rotations. It's those little small things that you can control. And something I really enjoy is the fact that I feel like obviously most people's goal early game is to get your loadout drop, right? But again, with the amount of loot, I feel like there's a lot more loot on the ground as we've been watching gameplay. But again, the gun quality of life, the attachments and stuff, maybe not try prioritizing the loadout so much as getting to a certain stronghold or getting somewhere else on the map.
We're seeing Swag here with the MCR, and that's a single attachment on the weapon, and he's looking fantastic with that thing already. A lot of players have been talking about this. We saw Shartsy, there was a clip on Twitter not too long ago, or X.com, whatever it's called these days, talking about how auto-aim feels like it's been slightly reduced in this game. It's a little harder at certain ranges to land very accurate shots. That's really nice, man. I mean, that changes the way the game plays. More health, harder to shoot. The better you are, the better you're going to play, essentially.
Yeah, and you add that with that movement, I mean, there's going to be a decent skill gap, obviously, right? And I think that that's phenomenal. And like you said, we're watching Swag here. These are the guys that we're going to be learning from. You know, these creators that are in here figuring things out, what's going to be the meta, what people are using. And right now, he's rocking that MCR, and he is beaming. You said he only has one attachment on it. Going to get knocked, but I mean, that thing is laser.
All right, I'm back.
I mean, he was beaming, though.
He was beaming indeed. And you see him get knocked down, and potentially might do here as well. No, he does manage to get his teammates. He's going to be in the gulag. But I will say, when you are down, you do also have extra health now as well. There has not only just been health added into in general, but when you are knocked down, there is that, again, survivability. Your teammates can make plays around you.
Well, stop
thirsting.
Yeah, stop. There's I mean, everyone needs a drink out there in Al Mazrah, but
still gonna do it.
So very thirsty. Out here in Kazakhstan, it's a little different. We got a fun one though. This is Optic Blake going up against Swag in the gulag.
Who you got?
I got Blake. I got Swag. Come on, Blake.
I think I got Blake.
Come on, Blake.
He's gonna send out.
If it was a sniper, I'd pick Blake.
Oh, that's my boy! There it is. That's my boy! You can't ever doubt Blake. Come on.
He had to deal 10 bullets, deal 250 damage there. So you see that full plates when it comes to, you know, like the amount of health and lot, as you said, when you are down.
Z loves it.
Z loves it.
Warzone.
Yeah, he's like, this should have been Warzone too.
I couldn't thirst them.
I mean, probably not wrong.
This is just going to change the way the game plays. I would love to see, I mean, this is something that more folks out there are going to know, how throwing knives impact. As we saw, that was the absolute way to play Warzone.
Really was the
down players, throw them out, immediately recover that bad boy, get out and get on the next
it's still a one-tap, man. I need it to be a one-tap.
No.
I like that. You know, just running around. and I'm out.
One tap
We
throwing
see
knife.
different
Are you
areas of the map. You know, they talked about, I think it was Old and Newtown. I think it was
Oh,
what it was
this
called.
fucking vlog. Whose idea was it?
It's a night.
Oh, he's out. Oh, ciao, peace. He's gone.
That was incredible. That is a solo YOLO champion. That man knows pressure is nothing. Look at that. How fun was that? Dude, the night vision looks good.
Low town.
My boy was out there. All sorts of good fun happening here. And again, look how dense the map is. That is a ton of buildings. I mean, you know what I did see, though? Even in the largest of buildings, not a huge amount.
Who's he running with right now?
Many players.
Destroy and stone.
Oh, nice.
Redeployment balloons, you name it. There are so many ways to traverse this colossal landscape.
And you know what else I see, Miles? I see a lot of rooftops. I see a lot of rooftops for those snipers. So even though that like there are denser areas, which might make it slightly more difficult, there's still plenty of opportunities for those crazy clips.
But you know what, Allie? I can just take one of those cranes and I can fly right down to the rooftop. Seems like they have a decent amount of those placed around
What happened?
as well. We saw one on this
Z
screen
killed
right
that
behind him,
tactical
and,
grandmother person.
obviously
Oh, really?
There's some campers who like to
He's
sit
apologizing
up
to
there,
her
but
'cause
there's
she's
ways
sitting
that
right
you can
behind
get up
him.
there and take them out now pretty nicely.
Yeah, and the drones as well. You can also get a drone in the sky and literally take the line right up there and try and get on a rooftop or try and counter a little bit yourself. Or
You know
fly
who
away in a
didn't
bit,
get invited to
which
this?
is probably what
Who?
I would be doing.
Clutch
So we're
belt.
still within the TCL Power Hour. Look,
Are we shocked?
See if any more of those.
No.
The bingo card.
FIFA also didn't get an
Haven't seen
invite, which is
anyone
weird.
get a breacher drone elimination.
Why wouldn't they invite FIFA?
Which is actually crazy because
I don't know.
it's. I mean, from our experience, especially multiplayer, very easy to do.
Yeah,
Weird.
I mean, you guys are all standing and messing with movement. I came in and remember I threw the breacher drone.
I thought that was a striker. I was watching a multiplayer.
Yep.
I was also a
On the
part of
bingo
that.
card.
Stone!
Yeah, I saw, but there's also somebody has to get.
Hey!
No, it's a guardian.
Yeah, like an opponent who's affected by the
Yeah,
guardian.
just kill him. Yeah.
Oh, it does it like this might be a juggernaut.
Motherfucker running around.
Oh yeah. We are
It
mini
certainly
guns,
looks
baby.
like it, 'cause
He's
that
moving
mini
fast.
gun,
Boy, schmoving. I told you, you'll be
Yeah,
schmoving
he's
like
moving
you've never
crazy
schmooved
with
before.
that.
COD fans in this game, everyone's very, nimble on their feet, a lot of twinkle toes, and you can even dress for the occasion and put on even slicker shoes to improve movement, improve speed, strafe speed, how quiet you are, you name it. Dress for the occasion, COD fans. It's time to dress up and have a good time.
Certainly is indeed. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Just in terms of just the style. We heard actually Ted talk about
Swag,
the way
Super
that it
Evan,
looks.
Eden.
It's
Get the
all
fuck
Talk
out of
about
here.
some
bigger
sweaty
picture,
fucking lobbies.
looking a little bit like
Stone's
Atlanta
not playing
at
with
times.
Tom?
We
That's
also have
crazy.
Dansk as well coming through, but I think the colors are just in perfect balance. So
Shifty
I think it also looks stunning.
Yeah, I
Loop.
mean, a
Oh
lot
my
of folks are like,
god.
we want to go back to Verdansk, back to Verdansk. Well, you're close enough. Urzikstan is the country where Verdansk was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, are we back? Yeah, we're back. We're totally back.
You're a lawhead as well, aren't you?
I really am. Like, I read all the signs. I mean, I read the bits of paper. I love all this. I really do, mate.
You know what else is interesting? Obviously, like the perks are named a little bit different in this game. How you have your gear and your vest.
Line.
You're gonna be able to find the boots in Warzone, obviously as well, and that is gonna shake things up, right? Because that prolonged slide, obviously in the multiplayer and the arena gameplay, is gonna be different. But in Warzone, I mean, you have a lot of different areas that you have to traverse where that slide could come into play.
See, Rocks
I think that's
still
gonna be
still
really
undefeated.
interesting when these guys.
Dude, Rocks will forever be undefeated with Call of Duty, Morgan.
We haven't actually seen too much of that, but what that does essentially is it speeds up your mantle ability, and you really do move crazy. I mean, Peter Parker will be climbing the side of some of those buildings and terrify you, Ali.
I share the same last name as him. Does that mean I am also Spider-Man?
Ever been bit by a spider?
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe my.
I think we would know by now, Ali.
I also listen, beyond that, I wanted to point out the fact that who we were watching, they just did that play that we were talking about earlier, using the zip line to push a team, while another one kind of like just looks over the rest of the teammates making that push. So nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Very nice indeed. Well, that's a nice taste of Warzone. I mean, it's been very cool, very, very exciting. But that's going to be it for the Fireside Chat for now. It's back over to the desk, the Golden Boy, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for that. And yeah, always great to hear, the greatest minds in Call of Duty esports talking about a brand new Call of Duty game. What a time to be alive, of course, here. But yeah, and there's still so much more to talk about with Warzone stuff.
So much. We've got so much going on. We finally saw Night Vision Gulag. We got an Ascender overtime win. It was the moment that Ted and I have been waiting for. We've been waiting to see this thing in action.
You guys are calling it, man. The whole time you're like, this has to happen.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
I had my bingo card at the ready. I'm like ready to go.
They're too good. We haven't had a chance to get to the overtime mechanic in the Gulag.
I'm not gonna lie,
it's very exciting. And in total, I'm happy to say, Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 different gulags.
Yes.
4 different gulags.
So
more to come.
we want to make
That's
sure that this
crazy.
is an evolutionary part of
Nothing about Warzone Mobile yet, Pete.
ideas coming from everyone on the team, because they're playing with the public event system, being like, oh, but we could do this and we could do this. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, because it's an exciting new feature for us. Oh, we're back.
Back in the game.
Back in the action here, and
If circle.
you know, one of the things that the chat was talking about, you know, was about quality of life features. We've been really harping on that because it is important, and a lot of the hardcore players care about those things. We actually saw it right there, right on cue.
Yeah.
I swear I did not rehearse that. Tell us about the way the backpack works now.
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of the team and mine. Like, we got together and we thought about what do we want the backpack experience to be like for this version of Warzone, and we did like the deepest dive, like literally 3 days. We never got it. Talk about the backpack, and we've got an amazing UI team. And we just thought about, like, one of the frustrations has been that when you pick up ammo, it goes in your backpack, but then if you drop the gun, you drop the ammo, and then you have to pick up the ammo and whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, we should make space to have 5 dedicated ammo slots. So you can carry, I think, like, you know, historical Warzone, it was always nice to be the mule. Yeah, like, you carry ammo and your buddy goes, hey, you got any sniper ammo? And you're like, oh, sure, I've got some, and you can drop it for them. And, like, we just wanted to bring that back.
5 ammo slots?
But we
That's
kept,
crazy.
but we kept the backpack, because for us, the backpack opened up so many new opportunities, like, to be able to carry multiple lethals, multiple pistols. So it was like, how can we merge everything we've learned from Warzone over the last few years into like one cohesive.
And I think a lot of people are going to be very happy about that, just because, you know, I mean,
Ease of management. You don't want to do the inventory management sometimes when you're in combat. You don't have time to stop, pick up your ammo again, and so I think that the backpack experience, you're definitely going to see that that's been refined. But there's some other really interesting tweaks to the UI as well. We obviously added the squad cache widget in the live game, which I think has been really useful. I'm bad at math. I love it. And we're seeing here too, armor plates back to blue. That's a big one for me. I love that.
It's the little things. I think when people get hands-on of this year of Warzone, I hope that they just love like everything, like the whole package that we're bringing for season 1 and day 1.
Yeah. Speaking of
the whole
things
package
coming in season 1,
Yeah.
the new package, we're hype for the new map.
Yes.
But we also have a lot to offer, all different types of players. And I'm curious, Ted, if you can tell us what other maps we can expect once Iridescent launches later this year.
So obviously on launch day, they're going to get the brand big map experience of Iridescent. Alongside it, we'll have Bundle. We'll have Ashika.
Okay.
Both have Resurgence. And we'll also have Thunder. Because we know,
I love Thunder.
There is that core group.
I always lose, but I love it.
It's all about that money, Alex.
Yeah, it's
About that
clearly
cash.
getting that money.
Straight cash, homie.
No, that is awesome. So more experiences, more different, more variety of ways for people to be able to play
Warzone. So
Warzone.
many different players, and they all play for so many different reasons. It was like, what could be the best version of Warzone on day 1? That's the package.
Awesome. So we got a really interesting preview there of maps and modes coming to Warzone when Season 1 launches later this year. And that includes, as you said, Bondle and Ashika Island, staying put for Resurgence, Plunder Day 1, and obviously the new big map in Iridescent. But Ted, I'm curious, as I'm sure many of the people behind me are here today, Warzone...
Fucking destroy.
Yeah, what's up with
You said it.
ranked in Warzone?
So all year long, we've had a great partnership with Treyarch. I think since we launched in Season 3 Reloaded, the feedback has just been incredible. It's been such a great experience to see people jump in. And we know that going into this new year of Warzone, we just want some time to kind of digest that initial feedback and that initial...
Let the map live.
Let it breathe, let everything breathe.
All the
right?
systems, all the things.
Exactly. So we're excited to say that in early 2024, again, working with Treyarch, we're going to bring a brand new ranked experience into Warzone.
Nice.
But apart from that, lips are sealed.
Oh, I was going to try. I was going to try and pull a Stephanie and see what else I could get out.
Maybe at the
I really like to dig
maybe
in
after.
I'm sure a lot of people are over the moon about that.
Yeah.
I was actually catching up with TP yesterday, and he was telling me like how much ranked Warzone has like helped, you know, to like really give him more things to do in the game, right? Because you know when you're a competitive guy, you just like to get sweaty and play some ranked games.
Like my buddies and I, who I play with back home in the UK, Like when we play, it's like just that constant. Let's get to gold. Let's get to plat. Let's get to diamond.
Yeah,
and
I
like,
see 'em, I see 'em, I see 'em.
it's for
Iridescent,
everyone.
so I don't have to deal with
yeah, I'm actually top 250, but
Okay, yeah, we got
it's
a couple
about-
braggers here. All right. Me, I'm dying on the train.
Bottom
you know?
250.
Packing all my ammo mule. I'm out here with a couple gods, and I'm just getting finessed out in the streets. Hate to see it. No, that is excellent, and I think that for a lot of people who really cherish that hyper competitive experience, you know, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
I love some rooftop gameplay, and I'm getting a good taste of
The
it here.
vibes.
I think
vibes here.
I referenced your vibes on the broadcast earlier.
Did
I don't
you?
know if you know that.
Did
I said it.
you?
I said, oh,
Back in the game.
back in the
It's
gulag.
locked and loaded, I think. Is it locked and loaded? I can't tell.
I see one attachment.
Okay, it's not locked and loaded.
Not locked and loaded.
Sad face. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I
So for
agree.
anyone who doesn't know, locked and loaded is you start with a fully loaded AR, fully loaded SMG, full armor.
Full armor.
Which is great for regen.
True 1v1, you keep the weapons.
Keep it all and you
keep
go
the
back into the
armor
map with it.
after if you win the round.
Yes.
Absolutely
Or
wild.
when you win.
When you win.
Specifically.
Okay, yes, I always win, so I win my ones. It be like that.
That is awesome stuff. But I also, you know, with so much that has been shared, I can't help but feel like maybe there's just one more thing.
There's always one more
Is there
thing.
one more thing? I knew I was on the money with this stuff. There had to be one more thing.
There's always one more thing.
What do we have?
I am excited to ask Ted, you know, before we let you go, is there anything else we should really know about 2024?
I got something nice for him. I got some.
First of all, this is amazing.
Nice one.
You know, to have this opportunity and for me to speak on behalf of Raven and the whole Warzone team.
I got hit by an aid.
I've said it already. You know, our goal is to make 2024 the best year of Warzone. So when we sat down and thought about it, it's like, how do we deliver that to our players? So I'm
We're delivering it to them in an encrypted message.
So
Fortune's Keep.
this year we'll be adding Fortune's Keep.
Nice.
Resurgence map rotation. It's back.
It's back. Fortune's Keep will return in early 2024, but that's not it, Ted. I see something else hiding here.
So the best part of this, by the way, is no one here knows.
Straight ahead.
So
Whoa! Nice.
enough.
Wow.
Nice.
Island
That's a fucking W.
in Call of Duty.
Big dubs.
Resurgence rotation coming later after Fortune's
yeah.
Keep,
So-
later in the year
So
in
early
2024.
next year we'll have Fortune's Keep. Just following, we'll have Rebirth Island, and I'd love to just give such a big shout out to our partners and friends at Hyman Studios and Beanox, because without them, those maps would not be possible. So big kudos.
I am hype. I think the community is hype. We know they have been
Good.
itching to have
Good. Get Vondel out of here, Morgan.
Speaking of Rebirth Island, I think we're gonna hear some exciting stuff coming up next.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. That seems exciting.
It's a mic drop.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
it really
can't
is.
drop the headset.
I know
That'd
you
be
can't
weird.
drop the mic
Does
because
this flip? Can I flip?
no, we still have one more thing to do. A few more things to do, but oh wow. Well, firstly, you know, I want to thank you for that. But first, before we do anything else, let's actually do one last check-in on the TCL Power Hour. See how many challenges were completed. Okay, so a little.
We're still at 3.
We're still at 3. Wait. 4.
4?
Ah, okay.
The buyback on the train.
Buyback on the train. There is, of course, the buy station on the train, almost like that movable POI.
I'm shocked we didn't get a breacher drone elimination. That just seemed like a gimme. You know?
At the big game bounty, you'd have thought like someone would hear
Yeah.
it.
No.
But you know what? It's all new gameplay. This is the first time
They're all
everybody's
discovering
seen
it for the first time.
They're learning it for this first time, and so are the folks at home, and so more to come.
Yeah, that's right. Well, of course, we want to thank y'all for playing along. And as a reminder, for each challenge completed during the TCL Power Hour, a winner randomly selected. So what, I counted 4? I think it was 4
There was
spots.
4, yeah.
So there you go. Look at that there. And that's going to be picked from all eligible entries for a total of up to 9 winners. Now, of course, to enter, make sure you tweet using the hashtags CODNext as well as hashtag TCLXCOD sweepstakes. Once again, TCLX COD sweepstakes. It's very, very important to include that hashtag. Good luck to everyone, and I hope you get yourself an awesome TCL TV. But that, of course, was an amazing first look at Iridescent and what players can expect from Warzone in the future. Ted, before you go, I just want to thank you so much. You know, what I told Kevin Miles earlier, just that passion, all the devs that have come up here, that passion
for what you guys do. It bleeds through in everything and the way you talk about it. So thank you.
And if I can say thank you to everyone at Raven Software, every studio that's been contributing this year. We're one big family, and just this is the greatest privilege of my career to be here today with you. So grateful for you as well.
Thank you, Ted. It's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to dive in.
We are definitely grateful to have you and all the devs here to talk about this amazing game. It's been such a fun time. But for now, though, let's actually head down to Maven, who's going to put a couple streamers on the spot in the hot and ready seat, presented by Little Caesars.
Well,
Maven, who you got?
Oh, Sally.
Thank you so much, Alex. I have Sally as a dog.
See what Sally has to say, then I might end the stream. I got to hear the Warzone stuff.
The movement is great. The sniping looked amazing. I didn't love that I lost my gulag, but everything else was great.
What happened in the gulag, Sally? Take me through it.
I got absolutely turned down by Smixy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It happens to the best of us. But listen, I know you've been someone that's grinded a lot of Warzone. You've taken a step back kind of this year, not putting as much time. Is it feeling just a little bit of hands-on? Like, is the grind coming back? Are you going to be carrying myself and Merc on the map?
Yeah, I'm definitely down to carry you and Joe in my backpack. It's large. It's basically a duffel bag anytime, yeah.
So what did you get hands-on with? Did you, outside the gulag, lost a little bit of time with the sniper? A little time with the AR? Like, what were you feeling the best out there? What's Sally as a dog's like go-to repertoire?
So I picked up a sniper, dropped it, regretted it because when I died, I saw Reed Boy just popping heads all over the map. So that's what I'm going to get back on and try. But yeah, really looking to get going, grind this game out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't sniped much as I used to. Like in the past, putting in so much time. Now let's take a look. Oh, listen, he's got great legs too. But the chair, look at this thing. It's a Little Caesars hot seat. You were a little bit worried if you were going to actually be able to sit in it, if you were to fit it. If it had been tested, you asked me. But how's it feel?
It feels comfortable, ergonomic, and stylish all in one, yeah. No, pizza.
You're looking absolutely fantastic. Hey, Sally, it's been amazing. Excited to see what you're going to do this year. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love you.
Than't you. I love you too.
Oh, that was beautiful. Let's get it over to Shift. I believe he's now with Tommy.
Yeah, Maven, I'm not going to lie. You may want Sally to carry you, but there is no better person in the history of Warzone to carry a duo or a trio than this guy right here. Tommy, first day, hands on the game, initial thoughts and reactions. Let me have it.
Loving it. The movement, the fluidity of it, the visibility of the game, everything's just so much better, and everything that everyone wanted, I feel.
So, again, you were day one, Warzone OG. You played every map, including all the small things. We heard the teases, Unfortunate's Keep, Rebirth Island. If you were to tell the people at home, though, like, what does this map most feel like compared to other maps, the previous instances, where would you kind of go to?
I feel like from the amount I've played, it's like a throwback to Verdansk, but with improvements. And the sides of the map, there's not many dead areas, I'd say it looks like, from what I've played so far. Obviously, it's a little early to say too much on it, but I'd say it's a little bit of a throwback.
Fair enough. Final points, what are like your biggest overall takeaways, especially from the competitive side? I know there's people wanting to say, let me get into ranked, let me get back up to those statuses again. Where are you feeling the biggest differences, either mechanically or maybe just aesthetically on the map right now?
I mean, from the mechanics we've got so far, I feel like a lot of the competitive players, pro players, they're going to love it. I mean, they're going to find out their own little ways to move and how to improve the movement on the map. But just off the base, it's so much smoother, nicer. You can get around the map much quicker, so it's real good.
Fair enough. Tommy, thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And hey, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on, of course, what they saw with Warzone. But before we come back, we also have the Warzone mobile.
I was watching that live, King. It's pretty sweet, dude.
A quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty next.
All right. I don't think I need to watch anything else. I know that they're going to do Warzone Mobile, so if you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys pop over to the Call of Duty Twitch thing. Or the YouTube. Yeah, Morgan, I'm going to get out of here.
All right, bro.
All right, later, man. All right, yeah, chat. We got the Warzone news, which I was very... We got Fortunes keep coming back. A lot of good stuff to look forward to here. But I'm going to get out of here for the day. I may be back on later to stream some Warzone right now. If not, I'll check you guys out later tomorrow night. I'll catch everybody live next time I go on the Igloo. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Brand new Warzone action there.